When you spend a big part of your life in a certain geographical area, your mentality is shaped in a certain way, making you believe that that is how it is all over the world. I've often believed that men are more superior than women because that is how I was taught, until when I left the shores of Africa and I realized that it is not true. God created everyone equally and in his image. So a man is not superior to a woman. We have a tendency of believing in the norm based on our cultural experience or definition of things, until we get to live with other people from a different culture and we are amazed or shocked by other people's culture, and then rethink about our own and evaluate and then say, maybe we need to address this. So this is what I'm going to be doing in this video. My name is Mfon, and today I'm talking about male dominancy in Africa and other parts of the world. Write in the comments below, type in the comments below if you've ever, been shocked about other people's culture and that has made you to think of how you can help or change yours. Leave me a comment below, and that reminds me, if you have anything to share with us, maybe your experience or someone else's experience, send me a mail to mfonomoike@yahoo.com. And if you like this topic, this video, please give me a like. Press the like button below this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and let's talk about male dominancy in Africa. Talking about African culture, male superiority has been around for a long time, since the beginning. Unfortunately, a lot of us women, African women, permit this behavior and carry it out blindly, while raising our children without even asking questions, and the cycle continues from one generation to another. We don't look at it and say, is this okay? We don't, even when some of us have gone through it, because looking at my channel, I am talking about my story, letting you know that I didn't like the way I was raised. So let's talk about it, and let's, try to revisit it and see how we can raise healthy children and contribute in a healthy way to our society. This helps us to be a better parent. So let's start from when a woman is pregnant. The husband or the family, especially the society, wants a male heir. I can say that, for myself, because when I was pregnant with my first daughter, someone asked me, what are you going to have? I said, it's a girl. Our time we can do ultrasound and see what we are going to have. I said, it's a girl. And the person said, why is it a girl? Why isn't it a boy? And I was just like, I didn't have anything to say. Because number one, I am not the creator. I didn't put the baby in there. God enabled me to, me and my husband to have the baby, but how am I supposed to know? Why am I being asked, why is it a girl? The society wants you to have a boy first. In my last video, I talk about firstborn syndrome, firstborn son, and why African women crave to have firstborn son. So the society already put pressure on you to have a boy child. And because in Africa, it is the man's world, and male superiority is prevalent. It's still very, very strong in our own continent. It doesn't matter if the woman had girl children, the society will look at the male child as the head of the family. The father, the mother, uncles, aunties, the whole clan would start looking into the male child as God's gift, and let the pampering begin. That male child do no wrong and do no wrong. In Africa, boys are favored against the girls. In my house, my brothers were favored against me, the only girl. I remember my mom saying, all of these boys, they're going to marry. You'll be the one to cook for your husband. So the boy children go around having fun, living their best life, while the girl child is in the house working for them. What are you telling the girl child? That they are supposed to, be slave to the boys? Or what are you teaching them? Women, we have work to do. So the mother especially pampers the boys to the extent they become useless to themselves and the society. Like I said, my brother, they didn't know how to cook. They don't know how to cook. They still don't know how to cook. I mean, you're spoiling the boys and making them to see women as slaves. Instead of a man to see a woman as his wife, he sees the woman as a maid. Because that is how you raise them. Mothers. Most mothers would turn blind eyes to attitudes and selfishness of their sons. They are so lazy and they are so self-centered. And those, laziness and, self-centeredness is never reprimanded. They are not rebuked. With the mothers always at the beck and call of their sons. Leave my son alone. Let's fast forward, to the future. This boy becomes a man and got married. How do you expect him to be a loving husband and a father to his children when he wasn't taught to be caring and loving? How do you want him to do that? How would you, expect this man to have empathy, to care for his wife, and children? He wasn't developed. Such empathy wasn't developed. How? Number one, he was raised to believe that he was a gift to the family. Two, he would always see himself as a special being to the wife. I mean, I've heard people say, oh, I am doing you a favor to marry you. Have you heard that before? I've heard it. Let me know in the comments if you've heard that. Also, let me know in the comments, do you think African culture encourages narcissistic behavior in men? Let's talk about it in the comments below, because such attitude that we women mothers encourage our kids to do, it's not healthy at all. And number three, he would expect his wife to worship the ground that he walks on without thinking to reciprocate. The men believe that they can mistreat a woman, disrespect them to all they care, and then expect them to respect them. They disrespect and expect respect. I grew up knowing that respect is a reciprocal. And even the Bible says, treat people the way you want to be treated. So there is this disparity between a man and a woman, which sometimes I don't comprehend. I keep saying this. Even in the Bible says God created male and female in his own image. He never said a man, is created in my image and the woman is created in the image of an angel. I've never seen that in the Bible. Why do we, even as Christians, take culture so, in a way that is very, very demeaning to another person, a woman, a female gender, and then we see that it's okay? That's why we have so many broken marriages, because of the way we raise our men. Mothers, please, let's do something about this. So, talk about selfishness and the tensions begin, because this person grew up in a very selfish, enabling environment, and then you cannot, challenge his sense of self, his selfishness. The fact that his mother was running around and doing everything for him, he would not know how to genuinely care for his wife. The same man has probably watched his mother being abused by his father, and he would grow up believing that's okay. Why not? If daddy does it, then I can do the same. How sad is his upbringing? How sad is that? Boys generally are seen as perfect by nature. So no extra guidance is needed. So they just let boys grow just like that. But they can't try that with a girl child. They can't. My brothers, were allowed to live their best life while I grew up in the kitchen. Because it is a woman that will marry. The boy will marry the slave, right? That's not right. If a boy can eat, a boy can cook. All right? As the only girl, I have 6 brothers. And since I'm the only one that cook, boys, they eat a lot. So a big pot of soup is what I cook all the time, and rice. I don't cook small pots, big pots. So imagine only me doing that for 6 hefty men. I do that every day for, my whole family. So another question is it healthy to value a particular gender to the point of making them useless to themselves and to the society? Is it healthy? Let me know in the comments below, because I never liked the way I was raised. I don't want it to continue because my brothers couldn't know how to do nothing. I remember someone telling me that when his wife traveled, he couldn't cook, he couldn't take care of himself, and he was so angry and miserable because he wasn't taught. How do you raise a male child like that? So you raise your boy child like that. You don't know that there is a time that the woman might travel, or maybe she's on a maternity leave. How do you expect this man to take care of himself? That's one of the culture shock I see in America, that men can do a whole lot of things. My friend, my very good friend, when she told me that her husband is the one that cooks and she takes care of the children, I was shocked. I was so shocked that, I didn't want to be so embarrassed, because in my culture, it's not like that now. A woman will be the one to do all the work in the house, take care of the children, cook, do everything. So what do you then expect from a child who grew up entitled because he is a boy? And what these entitled boys, and what they hate the most and can't stand at all, is a woman who challenges them, confronts them, and exposes their bad behaviors. Narcissistic behavior. They are manipulative and controlling because their moms were allowing such, and he thinks it is okay. So women in African society needs to stand up and make the society know that every child is special. Whether they are boys or girls, it shouldn't matter. As long as you are blessed with a healthy child, that is all that matters. And glorifying one gender to the other is what produces narcissistic behavior on the part of the men. And they end up being abusive in their relationships. Alright? So in conclusion, African culture encourages male superiority, which is the regular type of narcissism that is tolerated and accepted in males the world over. It is particularly strong though in cultures that devalue women, females, like some Middle Eastern cultures, Hispanics, Asians, and some or all parts of Africa, all African cultures. So you see that in Africa, we have a lot of male narcissism in male. And it is because of this superiority and the power that is given to them just for being men or male. So what do you think about this topic? Let me know your thoughts below. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Once again, if you want to share an experience with me, with us, send me an email to mfonomoike@yahoo.com. And if you want to know what face-born syndrome is and how African women play a part in it, watch this video and let's know your thoughts below in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.